I don't like yoga becoming kind of a circus thing, you know, these poses, difficult poses for the body that you see in Instagram, you know. It's for me that's just ego. I mean, not when you see a picture, it's ego, but you have to see what's around the picture. If around the picture you only have this kind of pictures, that's just ego. This person is not opening your heart to you. So what happens with this showing off that you can see very often in the networks is that very similar to circus, and I don't have anything against circus. I love circus, but what's the difference between circus and yoga? Circus is something beautiful that you practice to show to others. Instead, yoga is not for the outside. When you practice yoga, you do it for you are your own spectator, the viewer, the inside viewer of what you feel with the practice. That's what's matters. So the poses should be answering to a body need and not to an outside viewer need. This what I am giving you here, it's deep. It's, I mean, maybe it's not the most beautiful thing, because I will not promise you nirvana, and I will put a mirror in front of you, and maybe I will make you face some things that is not comfortable. But this is the path of knowledge, self-knowledge. There are many people selling you a whole transformation in 10 days. Please, come on. You will not make a big change in 10 days. I mean, you can make a big change in one moment, as Tony Robbins said, no? But it takes a long time to get to that moment. So there is a lot of under processing information you need to make a big change in your life. So please don't believe in these cheap gurus who sell you the fast transformation, because that it doesn't end good. I mean, you have a small change and then you come back. You know, it's like a spring. Not good for your life. Don't buy cheap knowledge, please. Hello, how are you? Oof, it has been a long time since we being together the last time. I'm sorry. I feel guilt, which is the topic of this video. I usually practice yoga every day in a public place, in a park, and it's a place where there are a lot of children, and I use bars, you know, and well, I will show you in the next season what I do with my practice. I will show you what to do with your body in order to develop 100% of yours. But let me go back to this. So I've heard a lot mothers telling to their small kids, to the son, you know, to when they go to the bars, they usually want to copy what I'm doing.
Andy, no molesten, eh? No molesten.
So mothers usually, and fathers too, but mostly mothers with their more fear, not all of them, but many in a warrior proportion of them, they say to their children, don't do that because you are going to hurt yourself. And that's I always hear the same sentence. Don't, you're going to hurt yourself. They're talking from their fear about their children to get hurt. But the message is that if you do that, you get hurt. So when you grow up, you suddenly lose the willing of playing with your body, because you know for sure that if you play with your body, you're going to hurt yourself. And those are guilts, restrain. I mean, those are things that are limiting your possibilities. Why I bring guilts to this practice? Well, we want to embrace reality. We want clarity. We want enlightenment. Enlightenment is clarity, mind clarity. You know, is to have a wider comprehension of reality. With in a mathematical expression of this is to the ability to math much more variables of reality, much more possibilities to include in your thinking. So we need in order to be able to have a wider comprehension of reality, we need all our resources, and guilds are like you know, this hidden process, background process in the computer that you cannot see them while you are in front of the computer, but they are running and they are consuming resources. There are two kinds of guilds: the short and midterm, which are like tools. I mean, guilt has a bad press, you know, it's a name nobody like to feel guilt, but guilt is it's a good thing in life, because if I hurt you and I feel guilty about it, this guilt will give me the possibility to bring an emotional balance into my environment. I mean, to repair the damage I made to you. So guilt is a good thing. when it's you use it as a tool for your everyday, and you can dispose it later. But there are some guilts, which I call long-term guilts, that were implanted in our head when we were very, very young. For example, I will talk about an example about me. You know, my father was a worker at the union, you know, of workers. So he had strong beliefs about the rights of the worker, and so when I was a kid, he always talked to me about the rights of the human and blah blah blah, which I mean are good things. But I grew up thinking that the people who has money is bad people. My father didn't say that to me, but I understood this because when I had this talk with him, I didn't have my own criterio. I mean, I couldn't refuse his ideas. I couldn't debate. I just absorbed everything he did. And well, some things I misunderstood from my father, and maybe he didn't have that time that clear either. But I don't want to go into the branches. The thing is that now that I am a grown man, it happens that sometimes for me to earn money make me feel guilty, because I think that if you have money, you are a bad person. So, for example, sometimes in my life I have to take some decisions about earning money in front of other people, and I feel, you know,
kind of shame, because I feel exposed that if I'm ambitious, this is not good, you know.
This nowadays, even I know this, I mean, conceptually, I still have to work with myself to deal with these nuclear ideas about the sin of earning money. So we all have this guilt, and I don't know which would be yours, but it's probably it comes from your parents, from the idea your parents gave you when you were very young. And they are kind of invisible if you, so that's why it's good to check, to mirror us, to look for some of these beliefs that they were implanted in ourselves when we were kids. And because these are like it's like an emotional fee we pay to this person each time we face the situation that bring us the guilt, you know, as for example, for me to earn money, you know, it's like I made a promise to my father not to earn money, not to be a bad person, you know. I know it's ridiculous, but when you are very, very young, you don't get the clarity to think straight forward. So you miss things up. We saw in this chapter about resistance, which maybe you find that there are some common things about resistance and guilt. But from an energetic perspective is different, because even both are invisible at first for us. A resistance is something that will close opportunities in your life. Instead, guilt is like dragging an anchor. It's like a weight you have to carry on, and it's an emotional fee. It's an energetic payment you make all the time in your life, and it take out the resources to embrace reality in the most ambitious way. So, how do we get redemption? How do we get rid of this all guilt? It's not easy. It's not a 10 days process, but it is possible to do it with yoga. Yoga, it's a holistic practice. I mean, it includes body, emotions, and thinking process. It should be. I mean, not if you go to a studio and like a fitness thing, but if you take it seriously, if you go deep into this ancient knowledge, which, by the way, as the tradition show us, you need to practice with a master to walk on your side to help you to deal with these things you trigger in your practice. I mean, this is not yoga is not CrossFit, you know, that you just train your muscles. Yoga mess your nervous system. Many emotions are stored inside of our body physiologically as a muscle construction. So when you practice yoga, you stretch every fiber of your body and you touch some of these things. And when you stretch a muscle holding these emotions, well, it triggers a lot of feelings in your head, emotions and thinking. That's the magic of this practice. And there you have an opportunity to deal in a new way with this topic. So if you don't have a master, you can subscribe to this channel, because all this the content is not just to complement your practice like this second season, but to give you the complexity, to give you the whole picture of this magic yoga. My name is Zek, and this is Yoga and Perception. If you like this content, please hit that subscribe button.